Thank you, Brian. That was great. It's kind of, I don't have to say anything now. It's, I think that it's, I'm trying to move this and I want to hide him. There we go. So anyway, it's a pleasure to be here and thank you very much. I'd like to say ani or welcome and acknowledge that I'm speaking from the traditional territory of Atikameksheng and Anishinaabe. You said one of the things that I wanted to talk about right away was I did my PhD with Dave Watkinson. Fantastic person. I'm still in touch with his family. And I consider him one of the greatest mentors in my career and to this day. And I thank David over and over whenever I'm honored to do something like this today. But I mean, the big thing is we're here to congratulate all of you. And this is a congratulations. This is a celebration that I'm showing you when Franco-Nevada in 2017 opened the TSX. And being on that board has been truly one of my great pleasures in my career and certainly a great learning. And so, but rather than take you through sort of my career and it'd be kind of boring and the whole 9 yards. So I'm going to approach this a little bit differently. And when I talked to Brian, he said, you know, we'd like to talk about the future, or challenges and opportunities, or how did I get here? Well, we'll throw that into the background with a few pictures, but really the messaging today is about celebration. And you guys have already, Brian talked about challenges. You guys have already been through one of the most challenging 15 months that you're ever going to see in your career. Yes, there will be hard times. Hard work will get you through it, but there are a lot of other things that will get you through it too. And I wasn't going to say work hard and expose yourself to luck today, but what the heck? There you go. Brian already said it. So part of what I've done is I've done lots of different stuff, and down in the bottom right corner of this slide says Ferrex Geomine. That's my own private consultancy, and I kind of do that when I want to stay current and I want to do other things. And this was the first big job I did. And I already retired once by this time, and I decided to take on a contract up in the Continental Divide up in Ecuador. And I'd done some rather different things in my life and decided to get back into the geology. So this is me back in 1980.
Are you trying to share your screen?
Yeah, am I not? Okay,
sorry, Catherine. You need to share there. You need to share your screen. No.
I am recording. The screen did not share. There we go. This will go. All right. All right. Can you see that now?
That works.
That works. All right.
Sure can.
Move that. Sorry about that. And you missed all the other good pictures. All right. So this is me doing my PhD mapping at Fraser Mine in Sudbury in 1989 underground. And, you know, it's kind of bizarre how we've all gotten here, because this is 2021 and your possible work life. And it's kind of scary because we've all been sort of captured behind these flat screens for the last little while, the last 15, 16 months. Basically what that's done is completely blurred our professional and personal lives. They're the same. Your kitchen table is your office. And in this case, my office is in my downstairs living room where I'm speaking to you right now. And the scary part of all this is that if I sat down and tried to explain to what I've done recently and what I've done for the last 30 years, it would be kind of hard. I've traveled the world. I've been able to do some pretty cool stuff and have professional success and do everything from be a geologist to be a COO. And I've been able to, you know, aspire to do a bunch of different things in life, both in operations and exploration. And I've been able to do that as well. I've pushed my family life to the brink, and that's something that a lot of us tend to do. And thankfully, they've kept me, and kind of like a badly behaved pet, but they've kept me around. And now what I do, I attend meetings and I talk all day in the equivalent to the equivalent of 3 TVs in my kitchen or in my living room. Right now I'm in my living room. I've been locked down with my husband and my son for over a year, and my mother would not believe me. Certainly this was not the path. And I think the point here to all of you is that, and this is going to be a totally non-traditional address, is if I knew I was going to do this, I mean, I don't know how I'd plan it. And I think the key I'm going to try to message you is you don't know where this is going to go. Just have fun with it. So that said, I'd like to just stop for a minute because one of the things over the years is the mining industry has taken a bit of a bad rap for a variety of reasons, and much of it well deserved. However, I'm going to have a little safety moment because that's what we do in our industry. And that is 80% of the people in our industry cannot work from home. And that's true, you know, in outside the mining industry as well. We don't hear about that, but that's true outside the mining industry. These people have sacrificed in the sense that they've had to work very bizarre roster changes, meaning their time in at work or away from work. Their mental health has suffered as a result. Their family lives have suffered. And we've risen above by safely operating our mines. And we should be proud of that because we're leading in other ways too. We're leading in our ability to transition to away from hydrocarbon use as our chief energy source, and a variety of other things, waste management as well. Have a long way to go, but at least we're doing it. And I think that's a real positive. So what have I learned along the way? And I'm a technical person. I have a PhD and I was going to become an academic. But and I'm going to share with you totally non-technical stuff. You've spent the last few years trying to figure all that out. Now I'm going to tell you there is a key to success that has nothing to do with the technical. Yes, you have to work hard. Yes, you have to be good at what you do. But then you have to step outside and look at the real social aspects of what you're doing. And these things are really important, whether you're diverse members of our industry or not. And I say that because for a long time, through most of my career, I was the only woman in the room. And now, thankfully, things are changing, and a lot of other groups that previously were underrepresented represented are really getting involved now too. So the first one is the importance of people. And actually, this is the ice road across the part of the D Strait of the Arctic Ocean that connected the mine site, the Hope Bay mine site, to Cambridge Bay when I was CEO of TMAC and we were building the mine there. People are the key, and that could be the community that you're operating in, whether it's an exploration project or an environmental reclamation project, could be anything, could be research. This is the key. The other is confidence. Confidence, confidence, confidence. Believe that you can do it. This is, once again, we're celebrating opening the TSX in 2007. FNX Mining was kind of one of these wonder stories that I had the opportunity to be part of, and we were the best performing stock in the TSX from 2000 to 2009. But it's amazing how your confidence can get the better of you and hold you back. And I'll tell you a little story. A very good friend of mine, I was nominating for the Indigenous Women in Mining Canada Indigenous Trailblazer Award. And I said, geez, I'd really like to nominate you. And she said, I'm not worthy. And I said, stop it. You are worthy. All the things you had done, and I started to rattle them off. You can do it. Just believe in yourself and have that confidence. The other one is the comfort zone. The bottom line is this can hold you back a lot too. Once you get good at something, you're going to want to step out of that. Yes, people will know more than you are. And yes, they'll have a reason for telling you not to do it. Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. Yeah, whatever. Get out of your comfort zone. Do not ever be afraid of doing that. If I hadn't have done that, I wouldn't have become a COO, which is traditionally a non-geologist role within an operating mining company with 6 mines on 2 continents. I was lucky to do that. Also, having learned to embrace that opportunity. Recently, I joined the advisory committee of the Capital Oversight Committee for Metrolinx. I don't know much about commuting, but there you go. That's what I did. Take control of your career and get involved. And this could be involvement doing anything, because a lot of us sit and we wait for our company to provide us with training or get us involved, or we're in a new place and we don't know anybody. Get out, get involved. It could be professional, could be coaching kids hockey or older kids like these. Just do it and expand yourself and get to know people. It'll really help. Almost anything. Boldly break stereotypes. If you are stereotypically in an underrepresented part of our industry or related industry, break those stereotypes. It doesn't matter. This is when I worked underground quite a bit. Just around this time in the late 1990s, Inco, I was working for Inco at the time, and I was kind of a technical specialist that helped mines when they had problems. And a lot of the mine sites didn't have women's drives, and meaning change rooms, and I used to have to go and change in the women's washrooms. Now that's very different, thankfully. But just get in there, break those stereotypes. Get on the truck or under it. It's better to be on, and the reason I say that is you can lead change from within a lot more easily and more impactfully if you stand on the sidelines. And this is when I was COO of KGHM International. And actually, this was our first assembled truck, 300-ton truck that we were about to put into commissioning. So kind of fun. It was a good thing I moved out from under there. Lead courageously. Tackle your challenges head on. Don't be afraid. Just if you have something to say, say it. Obviously, respect it respectfully and that kind of thing. But it's better to deal with the challenges logically and respectfully and upfront, rather than just leave them to fester. And this is a great example of the hardy muskox during a bit of a blizzard in near Hope Bay up in Nunavut in 2015. And all the younger and smaller muskox pile in behind the bulls at the front, and it's kind of an interesting way of dealing with challenges. Number eight's related to number 10. Don't take yourself too seriously. Be able to laugh, because you're going to make mistakes, and some of them are kind of ridiculous. But laugh at yourself hard and have a lot of fun doing it. It's a wonder I didn't die of some god-awful disease standing in a river in the middle of Guinea at that time. But anyway, the other one is teamwork. And I've taken a few pictures of my friend Gord Morrison and I, he's been my colleague, my business partner. He used to be my boss, then I was his boss. If you're not willing to work together with other people, it's going to be a problem, because nobody successfully does anything alone in this industry, and outside of the industry as well. It always takes a solid team. You're better together than when you're not. And finally, have fun. And this is the one that kind of links to number 8. And I guess because I know Sheila Thayer is on this video, and she knows that I did enjoy having fun back in the day. And no, I no longer curl, but I still play hockey. And you know, it really work hard, but that doesn't mean you can't have fun. And in fact, we were when we were building TMAC, and we first rolled out our new values, and we built the company from scratch. There were just 3 of us. And when we were building the mine and building the company, we decided before we went public to list our corporate values on our website. And the number of responses we got from people who were really interested in the fact that part of our corporate values was having fun. Now you'll see that on a lot of companies. But you know, it helped us get through the challenges, and it will you too as well. So I'd like to leave you with not the quote that Brian quoted earlier, but this is a more fun one related to the fact that you guys are graduating, and you should be having a lot of fun looking forward to your adventure. And that is, life should not be a journey to the grave with the intention of arriving safely in a pretty and well-preserved body, but rather to skid in broadside in a cloud of smoke, thoroughly used up, totally worn out, and loudly proclaiming, wow, what a ride. I suppose you could use different words to express the same feeling, but we'll keep it clean here because this is a graduation. And that's from Hunter Thompson. He was an American gonzo reporter and writer in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. And that's from one of his books. Not all of it was appropriate. So that brings us to the end. Thank you. Merci, Miigwech, Kwana. And with that, I will bid you adieu and say it's time to hitch your next ride to your next great adventure now that you're graduating. Maybe that's staying at school, and maybe that's getting out in the real world, but good luck and have fun.